Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is bringing in that bubbly, happy, excited love energy back into our energy field, into our emotions, into our personal space. And this is actually an image that was given to me by a viewer. So a big thank you and a shout out to Wolfi Allein unterwegs. And this is actually really amazing because the image of like the bubbles inside, right? I felt related really well to sparkling water. And also when we talk about a person who is bubbly, it's usually this really happy, light-hearted, upbeat, positive attitude and behavior, that kind of personality, right? And it also makes me think somewhat, not exactly, but it's similar to butterflies in the stomach in a way. But more in the sense of like passion, excitement that doesn't have to be related to or connected to romantic love, but it could be feeling excited and passionate about a new hobby or any interest of some sort. Or let's say you've planned a trip for a really long time and you're about to go and you just have this sort of happy, bubbly, excited feeling, right? So that's really what this ceremony is about tonight for Valentine's Day. And of course, happy Valentine. Sorry, I'm stumbling over the word. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there who is celebrating. I know growing up in Germany, it was never really a big deal. But then once I moved to Canada, it became a huge deal, right? And I think it is amazing to actually have a day set aside for love. And even though I don't always agree with how overly commercialized it has become, but we can also celebrate all the different forms of love. Again, it doesn't have to be restricted to romantic love as it is in the current form in which it is celebrated in North America, at least, but just a day of love, right? So what I have here is, I actually found this in a regular supermarket here in Canada, a real glass bottle of German sparkling water. So Gerolsteiner, I'm actually not sure exactly where in Germany that is. I should have probably looked it up. Oh yeah, actually it's in the center. The area code starting with 5 is roughly in the center of Germany. The numbers get bigger as you go further south, and they start with 1 in the north and end with 9 in the south. So it's somewhere in the center. Yeah, so I'm excited to actually drink this, and I'm super excited to have a real glass bottle because just in comparison, I have Montpellier here, which is a Canadian one, and it's a plastic bottle. Hold on, let me open it so you can actually see how I can bend it. So unfortunately that's in plastic. Same as Perrier in Canada, it's now in a plastic bottle, which in my opinion really takes away from having fancy sparkling water. But also this German one reminds me of when I was growing up, we had cases of water and pop, and my parents, or actually my dad mainly, also beer, especially like before parties. And they were usually, I think 24 cases, if I remember, no, 12, must be 12. I think 3 and 4. Like they were roughly the size of milk crates in North America, but slightly longer. And yeah, there were 3 bottles in one direction and 4 in the other. And they had little plastic divisions that were built in. So each bottle fit exactly perfectly in there. So it definitely brings back a lot of memories. And also, there's one more aspect here that I want to bring in. Oh, yeah, and sorry, before I forget, with the water that I'm going to pour into the glass, I shall basically pour those happy, bubbly energies into us, into our energy field, right? Represented by this roundish glass with the hearts on. But also here, the four hearts, the light and dark. And you can see there's a balance, right? They're spread out evenly. And what I thought of here is a tradition that we had. Unfortunately, my book is somewhere in a box right now, I believe. It's somewhere stored away. But there's a tradition that we used to have where children would have a poetry album. So they would receive it with empty pages and then lend it out to different friends and family members, sometimes even teachers, who would each fill 2 pages, so like one fold, right? Usually a picture on one side, usually on the left, and on the right side, a little poem or a piece of wisdom that usually was in the form of a poem, or like it was rhyming, right? And especially kids, sometimes like close friends would write that in all 4 corners, love shall be included. In allen 4 Ecken soll Liebe drin stecken. And it could also be translated as in all 4 corners shall be filled with love. It's just like if I translated word for word, then the first version is more direct. But the meaning, I would say, is closer to the second one. So that's also what this reminded me of. So it's a little bit going down memory lane, but also at the same time, oh, thank you. The spirits just kind of nudged me a little bit there. That by learning to love ourselves again, we also have to reconnect with the childhood version of ourselves, which of course is going down memory lane, right? So it actually makes perfect sense. Thank you. All right. With that being said, I think I explained everything up front that's important. I haven't opened this yet, but I can do that during the ceremony. And yep, that's it. So let's smudge and get started. Whoops. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the universe for reintegration, and help us fully and completely reconnect to our own inner divinity as well as that all around us, and through that help excuse me, through that help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Oh, now they're just everywhere. I was trying to blow off the ash, but okay, a little bit better. All right. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, and our entire divine team of our spirit guides, our spirit team of the light, including our ancestors that are in the light, as well as the 4 elements and the 4 directions. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. And I feel we need the bell here today. And our dolls. No, I did didn't consider that when I set up the screen. Yeah, there in the picture. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. I'll put the feather over here. So I want to give thanks today for really having watched over a woman and, well, also me for alerting me early enough that I luckily avoided an accident. There was a pedestrian I only saw at the last moment, and I was so happy and thankful that nothing happened, that everything was okay, and it was exactly that intuition, that instinct that just kicked in, and I just knew I had to hit the brake, and that's when I saw her, right? So yeah, I'm very, very thankful for that. So I think that's the only really, really big and important thing that I want to give thanks for today. Although, wait, there was something else that I wanted to share with you, and now, of course, I can't remember right now. What was the other thing? Okay, I'll mention it in one of the other videos, I guess, if I remember. All right, I hope everyone has had a chance to also think of something that they're thankful for. And yeah, also just, I do want to give thanks for all of us for all the help that we're receiving continuously while we're on our healing journey, while we're on the ascension path and moving forward, stepping forward bit by bit. And yeah, sometimes we may not see the progress, but then when we look back, we realize, oh yeah, we have actually come a long way, right? So thank you for all the help along the way. With that being said, let us move into the healing part of the ceremony. And let me open the sparkling water that brings back memories, even if it wasn't the exact same brand that I used to drink as a kid, but still. With this sparkling water, let me close it for a moment so I can hold it better and easier. First of all, I also want to give thanks for there still being options out there to be natural and have alternatives to plastic. So there are still environmentally friendly options out there. I know here in Canada there are milk bottles that you can buy at the store that are glass rather than the carton, and you can return them and, you know, get some deposit back, I believe. I don't usually drink regular milk, so I actually don't know 100% how that works, but I'm quite certain that there was a deposit on those bottles. And yeah, even in the aspect of juice, I've noticed that especially in the health departments of supermarkets and health food stores, there are more glass bottles available again. So I want to give thanks for that shift in consciousness that is already mainstream. And with that being said, let this water be blessed. Great Spirit of the water, we thank you for being so life-bringing. We wouldn't be able to have life on this earth without water. You're the most important element that nourishes everything and everyone that is alive on this planet, plants, animals, and humans as an extension of the animal kingdom. And with the sparkling aspect of, like with the carbonation, right, of this mineral water. And that's actually another thing. I feel compelled to quickly mention the craziness of a lot of the mainstream 3D matrix system of filtering the water, and then you have to remineralize it, whereas natural spring water is already full of minerals that our body actually needs, right? So thank you, Great Spirit of the water, for bringing all this nourishment to us in your water. And I pray that you also heal from all the mistreatment that you have received by humans not being respectful towards the water, and that you know that we're sending you a lot of love and appreciation for being there for us. At least those of us on the ascension path, those of us who walk on the spiritual path and who are on the healing journey. We love you and we thank you deeply from the bottom of our hearts. And with the enhancement of the carbonation, you shall not only bring the regular nourishment and love that you provide for us, but also the excited lightheartedness of purity that a lot of young people and animals naturally have, that often get lost when we get too caught up in the game of the matrix of being responsible and paying the bills and doing all the stuff that we need to do, and so on and so on. So with that water, please pour back all the love and lighthearted excitement, passion and compassion for life, the joy and happiness, to help us return to a state of purity and in oneness with the divine, with all of creation, and just being in that state of being in the moment and in oneness with all that there is. And so it is. And by drinking this water, and sorry, I forgot that in the beginning, I actually didn't fully think ahead there. If you're able to get yourselves some sparkling mineral water, that would be absolutely amazing, and you could drink that too. Either during or after the ceremony. During is preferred, or you could rewatch it and then drink it, or afterwards ask your divine team to still have it apply to this healing and this strong infusion of the rejuvenation that the light-hearted happiness brings back into our lives. Now, I've actually mainly had tap water over so many years, basically since moving to Canada, since I would have had to buy these bottles one by one in the store. And it is very common in North America to drink tap water, so I have to go easy. And actually, funny story, a classmate of mine drank, I think, an entire glass in one shot, and it was too much carbonation in his stomach, and he ended up vomiting. So I don't want to do that, so I'm going to take my time a little bit here. And in the meantime, by eating these chocolates, the light and dark within us shall come into harmony. And of course, please feel free to eat chocolate hearts as well, or other hearts that you have, especially like if you have some from Valentine's Day or for Valentine's Day. But they shall help us rebalance the masculine and feminine within us, and the yin and yang, and all of those opposites shall excuse me. So there's still something about the voice, but thank you. So they shall merge together. Thank you. And that's where the romantic love comes in. It's like, you know, especially the ideal couple is like two sides of the same coin, right? So that's the other thing. It's like the completion in a way, right? So light and dark, day and night, and so on. All these opposites just allow us to really appreciate what we have, because if we wouldn't experience the opposite, we wouldn't know to appreciate it. So with that being said, sorry, my mouth is too full to speak really, but I think I'll save these for after the ceremony so I don't have to have a full mouth the entire time. That's good. Normally when I eat, I don't hear myself chewing so loudly. I don't know if it's because it's so quiet right now because it's nighttime, or if there's any other meaning to why it seems so strong, but I felt like I heard it so loudly that there might be another significance to it. Okay. Chewing up, like breaking down those opposites that normally define the duality that we will overcome once we've reached a high enough level of healing and like as part of our ascension journey. Thank you. Because then we can rise above all of that and be emotionally detached, yet still full of love. Actually, it's like a different kind of love. It's that love that Buddha and Jesus had and so on, right? And those ascended masters. That is complete inner fulfillment that everyone who is in separation is and there's definitely something with a voice. So to get there, we need to speak our truth. That is essential. We need to be in alignment. And when we're authentic and in alignment, then all the other pieces will fall into place. Thank you. Okay, and those two shall face each other. Oops, that doesn't work too well. Okay, because they need to lean against here, but okay, let's do this. Here, that works well enough to get the point across. So let us take a deep breath in, breathing in pure divine essence. And, excuse me, that was a lot of carbonation. And let us breathe out all the old programming, all the stress, anxiety, fear, worries, and anything else that we've been holding on to that prevented us from just being lighthearted. All the responsibilities and all that stuff. Let us breathe it out and let it float away and simply dissolve and be reabsorbed by the divine power that there is. Oh, and it's interesting. There's a car alarm. Oh, they turn it off pretty quickly. So alarm. Yeah, so that stuff, the responsibilities, it's like alarm, alarm. So watch out. It's that stuff that keeps us out of alignment. Oh my gosh. Wow. That actually goes deeper than I realized. Ah, yes. So basically, the way the entire world is set up keeps us out of alignment, which of course we all know who are on this path, but sometimes it's like this, the extent of the misalignment of the entire system is sometimes becomes clearer. And yeah, it's everything. Actually, a few years ago, I was meditating at the lake and I was sitting under a tree, under a willow tree actually. And suddenly I had this revelation of how everything is wrong. All of it, like the entire system, the way we're living, everything is wrong. Like we have to completely return to the basics, basically. So like, for example, how like in ancient times people lived in complete harmony with nature, right? Now, I don't know how exactly that can be done with modern technology, if there can be a way to have that incorporated as well, but I believe at least to some extent that is possible. However, the way technology currently is challenging for many of us on the ascension path because of the waves, the vibrations that are actually more interfering rather than supporting our process. So a bunch of things would still have to change, right? But maybe that is also coming, right? Anyway, with that being said, let us take one more deep breath in. And one deep breath out, exhaling all remaining darkness that we've been holding on to. And let us shake out any tension that we've been holding on to because of everything that we've worried about, that we felt stressed about, and so on. All right. And let us put our hands on our hearts And take one more breath in, feeling the love that we actually innately are. Not just have, but are. Thank you. And of course, exhale and so on, right? But just the hand on the heartstring, that initial inhale. And then when you exhale, like I feel my heart is beating stronger now. It's like the excitement of what we've just poured in is already surfacing. It's already coming out. It's already working. All right. Let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let the ceremony now be finished. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly and massively safe, shielded, and protected at all times. And wrap us into pure divine essence with the divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of the ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there's a PayPal link down below. Also, the next Positive Perspective Practice Circle is this Sunday, which is really tomorrow for you. For me, it feels like in 2 days, but only because it's past midnight on a Friday night for me, so it's really Saturday. So that's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever that is in your time zone, this Sunday, February 15th. And all the information is down below, but you can head over to the Alamanic Shaman Facebook page to get the link, or to meetup.com. And the group there, the meetup group is Positive Perspective Support Circle. I haven't changed the name yet. I haven't looked into it. I haven't really had the time. My apologies. I want to eventually change that as well to Positive Perspective Practice Group, or just without the group possibly in the name, but yeah, one thing at a time. All right. So hopefully I'll see many of you there, and otherwise we will reconnect in one of the next videos. In the meantime, I'm sending all of you tons of love, light, and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day. Or if you are watching this after Valentine's Day, then simply enjoy your day or evening, whatever time of day it is. And may the rest of your day be filled with love and happiness, with lightheartedness, with that positive, sparkling energy. And may you be safe, shielded, and protected at all times. And I'm sending you so much love and light, many blessings and protection, and may truth and integrity always be with you. Bye for now. Be well.